Sharks, what is up? My name is Seneca Hampton. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada, baby. And today, I'm seeking $500,000 in exchange for 10% equity in my company, Hampton Adams. Okay, Sharks, if you've played sports, then you know there is one product, one piece of equipment that almost every athlete uses without fail. Some people just won't perform without it. Allow me to introduce you to one of the greatest creations on planet Earth. Wow. I present athletic tape. But not just any athletic tape, Sharks. This is Hampton Adams, baby. Now, watch this. Boom! That is strong tape.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, there's more. You know that tape that's so strong that you got to use the jaws of life or be a bodybuilder to tear it? Not here, baby. We fixed that. Watch this. Like it. Oh, wow. It's like butter, baby. By simply listening to athletes, we've developed an entire line of sports medicine products specifically for the athlete, trainer, and physical therapist. So, Sharks, who wants to roll with me to take the world by storm?
Wow. Well, great
presentation.
demo.
I love it. So that, that's one of those things that you see a problem, you solve a problem. You need strong tape so it doesn't tear on its own, but it's and can actually lift and do the things that you want it to do, and then you make it so you can actually rip the thing and like get on with it, right? So I don't have to get scissors or the jaws of life to get it off. I mean, I personally, the only tape I've used is like hockey tape, but not athletic tape personally. But I do think that if you solve that problem, and clearly there's obviously other products that he has in his lineup, right? Like this, the elastic bandage band, right? Like that in itself is a pretty sweet thing to be able to bring to the market. If you're doing it better and you're solving a problem that other people haven't been able to solve, then I think that you're definitely on to something. So ding for that. Now $5 million valuation, man, Seneca, you better have some sales here, because that is a tall order. I mean, obviously all the Sharks. We talked about this in a previous video where the Sharks like snicker. It's like your valuation is too low or it's too high. Hopefully he's got some room to move to make it happen, and hopefully he's got some kind of I would say like science-y background or engineering background to be able to solve these problems, so that any new products he can develop not have to necessarily go outside to develop, assuming that this is actually developed by him. I hope so. We're going to check out his website, social media at the end, and feature one of your comments from down below at the end. So make sure you stay tuned for that.
Thank you. So in front of you guys, you'll see a sample of our 8-pack of athletic tape. It's one of our best sellers. So we sell all sports tapes. That is all that we sell. And we actually do pretty well, I think.
I bet with those numbers you tossed out, I bet you're doing very well.
Oh, the numbers?
Yeah, the numbers.
Sales, about 24,000 in sales.
What? That's it?
What?
Yeah. Yesterday.
Yay!
Yesterday. So lifetime we've sold about $12.2 million.
Let's go.
And I say we, I mean me. I'm a one-man show.
Is that 1 year's worth of sales?
1 year, this year to date, $5 million.
$5 million.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
What distributor are you using?
So we sell primarily through Amazon.
So tell us how you got there, because that's your magic sauce, right?
Yeah, like $5 million is unbelievable.
Thank you. This year we'll close out 6.2, 6.5.
What are you going to make on the 6.2?
About 20%.
So therein lies the rub, right?
Yeah.
Because these should have a lot of margins.
So ad spend, right, that's there. About 20% of our margin is in ads.
So you said you're going to do 6 to 7 million. So when you say 20%, is that your pre-tax net earnings?
Yeah, so that's EBITDA. All of that goes right back in.
For anybody wondering, that's earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization.
to inventory. And so therein lays the problem, right? Is it's a beast that you're constantly
But Seneca,
feeding.
the big tape people can do the same thing. Like, what's making yours stand out?
Some of this tape that you use, right? People are allergic and they'll have rashes or pull their hair out.
Right.
So there's a different adhesive that we actually have in our tape. It's not proprietary, but no one's used it in the way that we're using it.
That's the secret
it,
sauce.
yeah.
So there's no patent on your product at
No,
all?
there's no patent.
It takes a lot of learning in the advertising and SEO space.
Yeah.
So what was the process you went through there to get to the
Let me
top?
answer that.
So search engine optimization is what they're talking about. But so I would tend to think that because they haven't talked about how long he's been in business, but 12.5 million to date, 5 million in sales. This was season 13, so in 2021. And the reason I take notes, people. That's the reason I take notes, is so that I can remember all these numbers. And it's just not just a pen for flipping around in my pen in my hand and dropping on my face. So it's. Yeah, the thing that I would hope is that once people get, you're spending a lot of money up front with the hope that people will buy and then buy again. Now, not every person is going to have a use case of needing 8 rolls of tape for and go through that in a timely manner, right? 8 rolls of tape might last a while. Now, I, not being a wrestler or any of the other athletic things that people do, at me being a runner, I just don't use tape personally. But I have friends that use tape, like the sticky tape. They put it on like their calves and other muscles when they're running. But I just have never had to, knock on wood, never had to do that. So, but you would hope that they're going to go and they're going to order again, and then over time you can start to pull back some of that marketing budget and raise your profit margin that way. Either that or charging a little bit more to cover some of that cost of ad spend. But either way, lots of people would still take 20% of $6.2 million in profit after everything's said and done. And now you have money to go and invest in other things. Plus, if Seneca is the SEO guy, and since it's just him, he could go and take other products, which he's already done other than the tape, and kind of just start doing the same, putting that secret sauce on it and sending it out the door. So yeah, let's learn more about his SEO background here.
About 7 years ago, I started at a company as customer service rep, and they were selling light bulbs, and it was a similar model. And I just dedicated myself, and I spent 80 hours a week just working and getting paid to learn. And I grinded it out for 3 years. I said, I think I figured this out. I think I know how to do it. And so I went to look for a product for myself. And I grew up playing football. And so I'd used a lot of athletic tape. I wanted to learn how to become wealthy. How do I build wealth? If you knew where I came from, you'd be like, there's no reason you should be standing here right now.
Where did you come from?
So I'm from LA originally. And I have 4 brothers, 4 sisters. And there are days where we'd go to Burger King, grab a $1 burger, slice it in 4, and that was dinner. We grew up like that, motels, sleeping out of cars, and I was just like, this ain't it. And as I got older, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dedicate myself to figuring this out. And so I learned, you build wealth, start a business. To start a business, you need to sell your product. And so I learned sales.
So what do you need the $500,000 for?
It's a cash flow business.
Hold on,
And so
that is so ding worthy. Understanding your situation, understanding where you want to be, understanding what motivates you is so powerful. And in Seneca's case, knowing where he didn't want to be, I've heard some people say like, spend time doing things you don't want, so that you absolutely know that you don't want to be doing that, and you will work harder to get away from that to go to where you actually want to go. I think that is, it's a powerful lesson, a lot of powerful lessons there that Seneca has gone through that you can't, usually. I mean, a book can help. It can give you perspective. It can, if you have a level of empathy, it can put you in the shoes of that person. But until you've had that, and that journey is different for everybody. What is and what isn't for somebody isn't necessarily what is or what isn't for someone else. And that's why I think it's really important to, and something I've always done is listen to the stories, take those lessons away, and then do whatever you can to be grateful for where you're at and what you have, and then build upon that, right? And knowing yourself, I think goes a long way, is to, like, in Seneca's case, like, this ain't it, like this ain't all it's about. I gotta figure something out that's going to work better, because that's heartbreaking. And there's plenty of people that don't necessarily have access to even the $1 burger at a fast food chain to split 4 ways. So I think that when you're, whatever situation you're in, be self-aware of where you're at and where you want to be.
My orders, I don't order one time at the beginning of the year. I'm ordering every month and getting shipments every month to be able to take the cash they're giving into the next order and the next order.
You're basically breaking even.
Basically, to scale it and
on
grow
a cash basis.
Yeah.
But as long as your sales are growing, it's like you're feeding the dragon. Like,
exactly.
Like it keeps
just
growing,
keeps on,
you got to keep feeding it.
And so I never get out of the spot where it's like, if something goes wrong, this will all come tumbling.
Seneca, there's a bunch of companies buying smaller companies and rolling them up. Has anybody approached you to acquire you?
So I get, I don't know how many of those emails from those people.
And why haven't you pursued any of that?
Because I'm on the fence of, should I sell it or should I keep it going? If I keep it going, then
you should sell it.
You think I
sell
should?
it.
Wow.
And I gotta tell you, I love business, and I love every business I started. But I learned a long time ago, the best time to sell is when you don't think you need to sell, when you don't need the money. You're kind of on the verge of that, honestly.
Yeah.
If you actually get much more successful, your cash problem may actually get much worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have to stress every month about that next month, it's time to sell.
Yeah.
Right? But the good news is, whatever you get for it, now you've got the formula.
I got a question.
All right, hold on. Before he goes into Seneca goes into this question, 100, ding ding. That is an incredible advice. As somebody who has been in several different businesses myself and in my family's businesses, when we went and sold Pardo truck parts, it was heartbreaking to me at the time. But even though I wasn't even involved in the business, in the day-to-day operations at that point, I had left a year prior. But it's eye-opening that, when you start to realize that the bigger picture is look, money isn't everything, right? But accumulating enough money to be able to continue to have what you want, what you need, and provide for others is really vital. And it doesn't, just because you sell it doesn't mean like you're going to get, we have 3 strings to pull, right? Time, energy, and money. And once you take your time and your energy, and you're like, okay, I don't have that anymore, and now I'm not stressing about the month-to-month payments. I'm not stressing about what's going on with my energy and my time. I can get money, right? And now money can enable me to take my time and energy, pull that back, and say, okay, collect myself and say, what's the next thing? What's the next thing that I'm going to go do? Because not everyone is going to collect that check and then just sit back on a beach somewhere and sip a drink. Like, people that are driven like Seneca, super entrepreneur through and through here. You're not going to do that. You're going to find the next thing that you want to pursue. And I don't know that the Seneca, is 100% like, is it just like, was tape the vehicle for him to get the money, or is he really passionate about tape and wants to be like, I'll sell this and then go and like develop the next round, like the next big innovation in tape? I don't know, or next big innovation in sports thing, right? But at that point, he actually has money to go and do it versus like trying to get funding or loans. Or funding through loans or investors, but where where he has the money to be able to pursue that, and on a greater level than a minimum viable product that he would otherwise have to do, and stretch his energy and his time even further. And it's incredible to do it as a one-person like army. That's incredible. But once you have the money, then maybe you can hire some other people to help you get to where you want with the next project, right? It's not just you as a one-man army taking it on, all by yourself and always constantly worrying. Because, like, look, if you take his worries about just trying to fund the POs, the purchase orders for new inventory coming in, and then you multiply that by 1,000 when you start having other employees and you have to worry about their needs and what they got going on, and then you have to be a manager on top of doing all the things that you're doing to make it to make the gears go. So it's probably for the best because of the situation that Seneca has created for himself with a successful product. It's probably best that he is just a one-man army.
Robert, would you buy it?
Would I buy the tape?
Would you buy the business?
Buy a commercial break.
Invest because you're going to do this again. Look, I'm not going to invest because you should sell this business. You've done it, you've proven it, and like Mark said, use your knowledge for the next one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm out.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So when you sell this, will you come work for me?
If you have me, I'll do it.
Sure. Look, Seneca, what you've accomplished is great. You did it the exact right way. And your problem is you're stuck in that wheel where you just can't get off, and that means it's not investable, right? Because there's no extra margin there for you to be able to pay us back.
Yeah.
So for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay. Thank you.
I didn't know much about
That's a
athletic
shame.
tape, but it seems like the only one I'd ever buy now going forward.
Thank you.
Seems fantastic, but I don't think it's the right investment for me because of the situation, but I wish you good luck, and
Thank you.
I'm sorry I'm out.
Man, that's a shame. I really thought Mark would want to, knock it out of the park, but hey, he offered him a job. I mean, that doesn't happen every day, right? In the tank here. So that's a shame though. And Lori, yeah, I mean, that's not probably her thing to want to latch on to, but it kind of muddies the water once you're like, you can sell it, you should sell it, and if he's getting that many opportunities to sell it, like, one thing my grandfather always used to say, like, way back in the day when he was still around, he would talk with my dad, and he'd be like, oh, well, this company wants to, come in and buy us. And, he would say, well, I'm going to go and listen to what they have to say, but that doesn't mean I'm going to sell the business or anything like that. And you should entertain it. If nothing else, at least you have a sense of the value of the business that you have, because, if you have like legitimate offers on the table, it doesn't hurt to have a sense of the worth of the business and the sense of where you are, because you might learn something from that business because they might be doing it as well. You get some inside knowledge, and then boom, take that knowledge and maybe you don't sell it, and you go and you take that knowledge and go turn more profit with it, with your business, or more revenue.
I can distinctly remember being 21, being a diner waitress, going home to my hometown and crying because I didn't know what the formula was for making a change. But can I tell you something? Once I decided I was in control, I could make a change, and the key to it was knowledge. I got really smart really fast, like a hungry animal.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize how much desire has to do with success.
Yeah.
And so you're the walking, talking billboard of how to do it right. I mean, it's breaking my heart. I'm not investing because we'll just get in the rat mill with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm out.
$500,000, how do I get it back? I don't know what your business is worth, somewhere between $3 and $5 million, but I'll make you an offer. It's the only way I could do it. This is a classic royalty deal because there is no other way to get your money back.
20% margins.
I'll give you the $500,000. I want $1 a package until I get $1.5 million back. So basically, I'm trying to make $1 million off my 500.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
do
take
that.
the 10% because you might sell it before I ever get back my dollars. Okay. But I got to be honest with you. I don't know how else to do it.
You can't do this deal. Seneca, you're digging a deeper hole.
Well, that's the guy that said no to you, right?
I'm going to use Kevin's own quote. I forbid you to take this deal.
Says
you
the
are
guy
just
who's
punching the
giving you
problem
nothing.
forward, man.
Seneca, the problem.
No, the problem there is if he does that deal, I mean he's already in the hole, and he's going to continue to dig a hole that's deeper for himself. But I don't know that Kevin's going to add anything. What is Kevin really going to be able to add? If he was struggling with getting the sales, different story, right? But he's not. He's not struggling with that. So, like, what is Kevin going to bring to the table? I think that's, to me, is the key as to why he doesn't need Kevin in this case.
The problem isn't the equity or the amount.
Yeah.
The problem is the royalty, because your margins are so low already.
Seneca, it's great to get advice from people who are giving you this.
He's taking
This is what they're
7%. It's a
giving you.
loan shark deal.
Yeah.
It really,
Why
really
don't
is.
you counter
I hear-
him
you
and
can
tell him
counter.
you'll
I
give
hear
him 10
noise,
cents?
but zero.
I just don't want you to make a bad
Yeah.
deal. Don't mistake today's problem by replacing it with a long-term problem. What he's offering you seems good today, but it's cutting into your margin forever.
Yeah.
No, it isn't forever. It goes away after $1.5 million.
Down
It
to
goes
10
away when
cents.
you're out of business because you gave away all your
Well,
margin.
then I'm losing money. If you actually go to business, I lose money. That's a bad outcome for me. I'm the only shark that believes in you. The only one. All roads lead back to Mr. Wonderful.
I appreciate the offer, but I have to pass on the
I
offer.
appreciate it. Thank you very much.
But I
job.
hope you come back with us with your next great business, because you are a natural-born entrepreneur and a phenomenal symbol of how to do it right.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
Good luck,
All right, take
Seneca.
care.
I'm going to take Robert's advice. I'm going to sell the company. I didn't get a deal, but I got something much more valuable. I got knowledge from millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires, which you can't put a price tag on. They've been through it for you. So to me, that's like gold.
It is. So we're gonna check out Seneca's website. Like this was in season 23, season 13 in 2021. So I checking it out. Like what I don't love is I don't see people, I don't see bodies, I don't see faces until we get all the way about halfway down the page. But what I also don't see is any Shark Tank anything. As seen on Shark Tank or nothing. And I also noticed here at the bottom, these social media buttons don't even go anywhere. If you click the contact button down here, then it does, it opens up the email to email support. But yeah, you've unlocked 10% off with 2 free ebooks. And I went and looked up the Instagram. You got 5,100 followers over on Instagram, where you can see that showed his Shark Tank 30 weeks ago. And when was this ago? This was 26 weeks ago. All of the tape. So I guess this is the tape that you would use to like tape up your muscles and stuff. Or like calf muscles and stuff. I just personally haven't used it. Yeah, I mean, not much engagement here on Instagram. I wonder, maybe it's on his personal Seneca Hampton 2,100 followers. When was this post from? October 12th. I'm kind of curious as to where it came from. Maybe it's like TikTok. You know what? I don't usually like to do this because it takes a while to pull things up and look. But now that I'm looking, that's not it. Adam Hampton. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's Facebook. It's got to be Facebook then. Is that the profile? Like, is that the official Hampton Adams? There's only 112 likes there. So all of his SEO must be coming from Amazon. I would think it's got to be, because like there's not even that many posts here on Facebook either. you know, let's get some investigation here. I don't usually like to make these this long. We're already 25 minutes into it. Let's see, Hampton Adams athletic tape. 7. All right, you got 7,100 ratings there on Amazon. So yeah. So if I just type in, let's see, athletic tape. I don't. Hampton Adams, as seen on Shark Tank. So there's the Shark Tank right there. I guess I didn't see that, but it's under more results, not under the top results or the top results that are actually coming up. But once you type, once you get past the first 4 results, that's when you get to his results, and it's $12.99 for a 3-pack. So. So anyway, Seneca, I'd love to have you come on the show for an interview. Just drop a comment down below, like best OBD2. Thank you, Joe, for making these videos. Love your insights. They provide food for thought. Well, I'm glad to be able to provide that food for thought. I appreciate you being a part of the super community. I'll see you in one of these 2 videos right here. Take care and go be super.